So there you go, on King Kong Island. Basically what I think I'm trying to do is make a movie poster based on the movie in the Manic Mark style, and do the Manic Mark review.
Manic Mark review. Manic Mark review. Manic Mark movie review.
Howdy, folks. This is Manic Mark, your real fake outsider artist, coming to you from the bunker system, located underneath the art villa, found somewhere in the jungles of the Midwest. And today I'm coming to you with what day is it? Well, what day is it? It's painting day. Of course it's painting day. And it's a special painting day because it may be the last painting for a while. I don't know, maybe I'll have some energy tomorrow, I'll do another one. But I'm going on a secret mission, and I'm going to be gone for a while, and pretty much the secret missions always wear me out, so there you go. But I'll be back and explain what I was doing when I get back. But last night I had some time, and I popped a DVD in the thing that plays the DVDs, and there's a movie, right? And the movie was called Kong Island. Kong, like in King Kong, released in 1968, an Italian exploitation film, meaning, I think, exploiting, the King Kong thing, and directed by Roberto Maruri. I probably really butchered that, but there you go. I don't even know if that's important, but you can all look this up online and find this stuff out yourself. So, in the past I've done a couple of, Manic Mark type movie reviews, and I'm just basically off the cuff, and I was thinking about it, and doing more, but I thought it needed a little more, structure in that, I really, in the process of I don't know what, I'm not exactly sure, but anyway, there's more structure. Why? I just decided to put some more structure in. So I wrote some notes down for myself, which I'm going to read. But I just thought I'd explain, I'm thinking, what is a Manic Mark movie review? So I wanted to create, kind of a style, because there's a lot of other people out there that can intellectualize whatever you got better than I can. So I'm not even going to try to compete with them. But I'm thinking, my paintings and, what I do here, and kind of my personal life, I don't know, whatever you got is kind of like the wonderful mess. If you look at it on the surface, it ain't too bad, and it's kind of a wonderful mess. And these movies that I watch and like are wonderful messes. And they influence me occasionally. Well, wherever we see influences us, and the movies influence me to do painting. So I did this painting because this movie is, there are movies out there that are just flat, awful, boring movies. And there's other movies that people don't think they're awful, that I hold up as a piece of art. And you've seen me do a couple of those in the past. Okay. So, for instance, you see, I write these notes, and it's just impossible to do anything from notes. That's why I hardly ever do anything from notes. Because you just sound like you're reading. What's in your mind comes out of sync from what you've written down. I was going to, out of sync the audio, because this film's overdubbed, and I think it's funny that, it's like the lips are moving and there's words coming out at different times. So I may do a little bit of that here, but I'll probably only do it briefly and put it back in sync right about now. There you go. Maybe I should just read a little bit, I don't know, what I wrote here, because I really spent a lot of time thinking about it. I considered these films that I'm going to be doing a series, and I don't know, tomorrow I probably won't do, I won't maybe do another one for a month, but if I do another one, maybe I'll stick to this formula. But why do I pick these? Because I consider them to be art films. I'm not going to point out the awfulness, of course I will, but not all of it, because I don't want to critique it again in the traditional sense of probably basically what you're used to. People like putting something down to make themselves feel better. I gotta have to point out some of it, because some of it's just so blatantly awful that I have to point it out. But mostly the paintings are based on the treasures that I find in the film. Now, what do I look for in a movie? You're probably asking yourself, or maybe you've already turned the channel. If you have, you didn't really hear this part. But I look for like a lurid or oddball concept or storyline, but you know that perks my interest. So that's like it's just like the drive-in movie thing, or you know what. It's been going on forever. They come up with drama and it perks people's interest, and so you go see it. Well, it's the same thing for me, but I have these little keyword things that I look for when I watch a movie. Look for a movie to watch, and so that's the first thing. But I think what really holds a wonderful movie together, an unusual movie, or some people say good bad movie, is the pacing. If there's a certain amount of pacing, good pacing in the film, it can have these moments where things are, well, like basically the whole film, where things don't work right. Over the top scripting, acting, camera work, and editing, and cheesy special effects. If you have all those and some reasonably good pacing, the film holds together, becomes a work of art. I always hold Ed Wood up because of his writing style. It was so wonderful. And in this case, the writing's a little bit flat. In this movie, it's a little bit flat, but the pacing's pretty good, and there's just one after another wonderful little treasure in the film that'll just make you go, oh my God. So I highly recommend it. Okay, so now, Tom. The first treasure in this movie, and I must say it is a real treasure, is a musical score, and especially the opening score by Robert, and I'm going to butcher this too, I'm sorry, I'm just going to spell it, Pregadio, okay? And it's just a great piece of music. It's lovely and it's very surreal, and I think it's the best piece of art. I mean, if I had to like say the movie was a crappy movie, but there's like a really excellent, you know, wonderful song in it, that's what I would probably say if I was going to like badmouth the movie. And look at this. Look at this. This is impossible. I bring down this sheet of paper, which is the second sheet, and there's nothing on it. I'll be right back.